UFC lightweight contender Dustin Poirier expected some clarity in his division with Monday's Nevada State Athletic Commission. Instead, he's still wondering what his future holds after the commission delayed the hearings of champion Khabib Nurmagomedov and Conor McGregor. "I just need clarity on what's next for me," Poirier told MMAjunkie after tweeting about his frustration and calling out Tony Ferguson. Earlier this month, Poirier, 24-5 MMA, 16-4 UFC, who recently returned to training after stem cell treatment on his hip, got a preview of his path when UFC President Dana White named him as a possible opponent for McGregor. 2-1-4 MMA, 9-2 UFC. White also cautioned that no official plans would be made until the NSAC decided how to handle a pair of disciplinary complaints lodged against McGregor and Nurmagomedov, 27-0 MMA, 11-0 UFC, for their role in a melee at UFC 229. "I know some of the stuff is out of the UFC's hands," said Poirier, whose hip injury forced him out of a UFC 230 meeting with Nate Diaz. "I'm not blaming the UFC. But just the whole picture. Let's get this expletive going. I'm sick of this." If anything, Poirier said, the promotion needs to move on with the division. He called for a fight with former interim champ Ferguson, who's been named by White as the #1 contender to the lightweight belt. Poirier added that a possible fight with Ferguson, 24-3 MMA, 14-1 UFC, could be for another interim title if Nurmagomedov and McGregor remain on the shelf. "I want to fight Tony," Poirier said. "And if it's not Tony, good for Tony. He's expletive more than earned his shot at Khabib. He's definitely next in line for the world championship. He's ahead of me. I agree. But if that's not going to happen, let's let the two best guys who are available go at it. Or let me and Conor go at it." McGregor defeated Poirier in 2014 while both fought as featherweights. The Irish fighter went on to become a two-division champion and the biggest star in UFC history. Poirier, meanwhile, reinvented himself as a lightweight, winning 8 of 10 bouts to climb into title contention. "It's a fun fight for the fans and for both of our careers," Poirier said of the McGregor fight. "And it makes sense. But I don't know what makes sense in this expletive company anymore." Poirier doesn't hope to see Nurmagomedov and McGregor suspended, he stressed. He doesn't wish ill on any fighter and wouldn't have an issue if either fighter wound up avoiding punishment. He just wants to know what's next for his career. Poirier is closer than ever to the finish line. He's impatient to cross it. "I've worked not only my UFC career, but my whole life to be a world champion," Poirier said. "This is going to be my 40th fight, this next one, and I'm closer than ever, and here we are getting held up and messed around with all kinds of expletive like this. The UFC needs to stop playing around." For more on the UFC's upcoming schedule, check out the UFC Rumors section of the site.